Hello everyone, I'm Bonita from Pennies to Dollars and welcome to my channel where we talk about frugal living, saving money, cutting expenses, and a few decluttering videos thrown in there because I am at the stage in my life where I'm an empty nester and I'm trying to downsize a bit. I am glad that you're with me here today. I did a video here a while back about decluttering styles and whether or not they worked for my particular situation and why they did or did not. And I'll link that at the end. But today I'm going to talk about decluttering benefits that I have found along the way. So let's get started. If I love something, it stays. I want my house to be full of things that I use and things that I love, and not a lot of other stuff just thrown in there in the mix. I have found that if I get rid of the things that I don't love, it feels so good to just get those out of the house. I used to hang on to things thinking, what if I need them in the future? And I think a lot of that came from my Depression era parents and the upbringing that I had. And I always thought, well, this will cost me more money if I have to buy it later on. But many of those things I forgot about, I didn't know where they were, or I couldn't remember if I had them or not when it actually came time to needing them. So when I get rid of the things that I'm not using, I'm probably not going to look for those again. So just getting the house down to the things that I love and the things that I use is such a relief. I don't buy something and bring it into my house without a reason that I need it, a use that I have for it, or a place to put it. And I don't bring it in my house unless I am going to love it. So I think so hard about all of my purchases now. It has really helped me have that self control when it comes to shopping because I think hard about that. Do I really need this? Do I have a place for it? Is it something that I'm going to need to move out of my house later on? And is it something that's going to be sitting on a counter or stored in a room and I'm not really going to be using it? I don't want any more of that. I find that as I declutter things, I don't want anything else brought in that might be a stack of something in the corner again. So I think long and hard about my purchases. I don't buy extra clothes unless I know that they are comfortable and I love them and they're going to match what I already have and I actually have a need for them. Just taking a day to sort through all of my clothes really told me that I had more than enough. And I think when we're out shopping, sometimes we forget that we have enough because we don't really know what all we have. But just taking a day to go through those things reinforces that I have enough. And I'm loving the empty space that it provides. I would have never known that. I would have never thought that empty space could be so great. But having empty space is so calming, so relaxing. It makes me feel like I don't have a bunch of stuff I still need to do because there's stuff that needs put away or cleaned up. It's easier to keep things cleaned up when I have open space and I have less things. And all of those things fit into the chapter of the life that I'm in right now, where I don't want to spend from morning until evening trying to tidy up, go through things, clean things, put things away, dust. I can get up and have each day my own because I have very little day-to-day things to do. And those day-to-day things are more manageable because of that. I can get up, I can do the dishes, I can do the tidying things that I need to do on a day-to-day basis. And then other than cooking, I'm done. I don't have to keep going through piles of things on the table and trying to figure out what to keep, what to get rid of, or why it's even there or if it's even important. I think it's all about creating that life that we don't need a vacation from. I remember times that we would just go walk through the mall just to get away from the house because I felt like if I was here, I had to be working all the time. I no longer feel like I need to be working all the time because I'm able to keep up. And I love being home more because of that. It's not a stressful environment anymore. I don't even know that I realized it was stressful at the time, but having less things makes me want to be home more and just have the day to do what I want. I feel like I have more control over my life and my home by having less things and more space, and it's decreased my stress and my anxiety. And again, I think sometimes we don't even realize it's there because it's so constant. But just when you start moving some of those things away and letting go of them, you just feel it release like that monkey on your back when you owe money. You just feel that anxiety and that pressure release with each box that goes out of your house. I thought I would feel anxiety in letting it go, and I feel freedom in letting it go. I now know where most of my stuff is. I still have some decluttering to do, but as I go through things, I put them where I know where they are. And then when I need something or someone else needs something, I can go right to it and get it and find it and pull it out. And that is such a wonderful feeling to know where your things are and not wonder if you have them or wonder where they are. And I took that to the next level by using it in my food storage to know what I had, where it was at, and it saved me so much money on not repurchasing even foods that I didn't know if I had or not. I continue to find things when I declutter that will save me money. Things that I've thought about purchasing, but I didn't really know if I wanted to let go of the money yet. This week, I found a funnel to use on jars when I'm making chicken broth or anything else that I'm storing in a jar. I wanted one of these. I didn't realize I had it in a box of things that I hadn't even been using. It had been given to me in a Christmas gift years ago, and the box was still sitting unopened. And then I found one of these to use when I'm doing any type of canning or jarring items and something is hot. I can use these tongs to lift the mason jars out, and I found 7 of these. And I wanted to try my hand at a little bit of canning and storing goods this year. That's something I never really felt like I had time to do before. So I want to try some new things. And I found the stuff that I thought about getting to try those things without having to purchase them. I already had them and didn't realize it. So now I can try that something new and not spend any money for the supplies to do it. I'm less tired. I'm more eager to get out of bed in the mornings because I know there's not just stuff waiting for me to do. Used to be when my kids were younger on Saturdays, it was hard sometimes to talk myself into getting up because I knew Saturday was the day I vacuumed, I dusted, I did all the laundry. Now I know I have just a few tidying things to do in the morning, and then I can pick projects to do on my own. And I felt like my stuff was pulling me down. I used to watch some videos and I envied people that could just leave on a whim, pack everything they owned in a car, and leave. There was a time I felt sorry for those people and I thought, wow, that's all they own is stuff that will fit in a car. And as I started decluttering, I started envying those people that could fit everything they owned in a car. I thought, if I had to get out of here in a hurry, or if I had to move in 30 days, there's no way I could possibly do it. I have too much stuff stored on this property. So I realized that that stuff was really pulling me down. It was limiting my choices, even in life, of maybe where I wanted to live, where I wanted to go, how quickly I could get my things together to go somewhere if I decided to. I realized that that stuff was making the decision for me. I realized that as my kids have grown up, I do a lot less decorating. I used to decorate every single holiday Easter, St. Patrick's Day, 4th of July, and I had all of these things. And I just don't have the energy or the desire to put everything out every holiday and then put everything away if it's just my husband and me. I might have a few favorite pieces that I pull out and enjoy, but the rest of it, I can let go. There's no reason to store all of these holiday decorations year to year that I'm not using. And it gave me more self confidence in making decisions, self confidence in knowing I can live with less, self confidence in knowing that I can afford to live with less, which was part of the reason I was able to retire early. I realized I had so many things here at my fingertips that I didn't have to worry about future purchases because I had enough. I think so many times we strive and continue working and continue on that rat race wheel, trying to bring in more money because we're so scared about the future and what our needs will be and whether or not we can afford it. I hear so many people make comments about, I don't know if I have enough to retire. I don't know how much I need to retire. But decluttering helped me see that I had plenty and I could afford to live on less. And I didn't need to worry about how much I was bringing in because I already had so much. I didn't need to keep purchasing things. And it helped me realize that everything was going to be okay in the future because I had plenty and I knew the numbers well enough to know what I really could live on. I hope you can identify with some of these things that I brought to your attention today. This helped me see why I would want to live on less. I am living on less and I'm loving it. And I wish that for you. I hope to see you in the next video. And if this video has brought you any value, if you would please give me a like and a subscribe, I would appreciate that so much. And I hope to see you next time.